Hey everybody, welcome back. As I've been sitting here on this trip, I kind of been feeling like I didn't want to record anything, or like I'm kind of repeating myself with these videos for the love series, but I kind of wanted to do this one since I personally know how it feels to be feeling threatened even when people aren't doing anything. So it's just like you have to think about what is it that triggers you so much. But today's video is going to be about how there's no such thing as competition when you believe in or accepted your own value. So you should never have to feel jealous or you never have to feel jealous or threatened by other people because you're creating the competition in your head. Like if you have insecurities, maybe you might not vocally say them or really sit there and reflect on it to the point where you're really self-aware of it. But if you don't have trust or you don't have the confidence to know that you are chosen, it'll make it difficult for you to genuinely find people who are actually choosing you. Like you have to choose yourself first before anybody else can see your worth and your value. So even though people can't tell necessarily when you feel jealous or threatened, unless obviously they see it or you say something that projects your insecurity, you are really kind of battling your own self-image. Because I know for me, I used to always feel threatened even when it wasn't someone romantically involved with a certain person. It could have just been friends or literally anybody talking to the person. I would feel some type of way, like, okay, why am I not getting the same attention? Even if they're equally giving people attention and maybe they're just a friendly person, it made me really have to think, like, why are you threatened by people? You don't even know them. So like a normal person would just be like, oh, they're just talking to someone, go about their business. Maybe they wouldn't even notice that they're talking to someone because they're talking to other people too. Or it's just like, oh, okay, I'll catch them at a better time type of thing. But me, it would just be this feeling that comes up in me. I'm just like, okay, well, why don't they talk to me? Even though they could, I would still devalue that interaction and not even acknowledge it and putting way more attention and way more weight on the times where they're not around, and it really made no sense. And that really comes from your mindset, because when you have anxiety or any of those things, you will amplify the negative and completely disregard all the evidence of the positive. So that's something that I really wanted to stop doing, because it's not a healthy way to live and exist in um, in life. And imagine doing that every single day. It's literally exhausting. Like you spend the 60,000 something thoughts in a day on the same things or feeling the same crappy way about yourself, about other people for no reason. Imagine if you spent all that same time focused on believing in yourself, or at least just feeling confident. At least you would be feeling good most of the day. So obviously people will be like, oh, how can you say competition doesn't exist when there's clearly all these other people, or when my partner is clearly looking and all this other stuff. Like people can find people attractive and not want anything to do with them, because I know so many people who will say, oh, so and so hit on me but I turned them down, or I wasn't interested. Like they literally, people literally send images and other things like that, and still nothing. And it was, I forget the video, but like someone who really cares about their partner is not gonna care about anybody else that comes at them. They'll be like, oh well, I'm with someone, or I love this person. Like it wouldn't even be a second thought. Sorry. It wouldn't even be a second thought that people are coming at them because they genuinely don't have the interest for them. So it's just a matter of having the confidence to accept that and to trust that. So for me, I've had that happen to me too, where people would be saying that people came on to them and they turned them down or whatever, or they find ways to avoid them if they're really not interested. So it's not something that you have to sit there and worry about. It's just, if you know you're confident and you know your worth and you know that whenever you like somebody, they like you too, and it's just natural. Why would you sit there and be worried about anything? Like, why would you want somebody who doesn't want you for you? If you have to sit there and be anxious all the time, that kind of person is either you don't want that person in your life, because why would you want to be with someone who is always triggering you? But you have to realize it's not the person, it's you, because you shouldn't be feeling triggered all the time. It can't be every single thing that somebody does just sets you off, because after a while it's not the person, it's you assigning meaning and believing other things. So just coming to the back to the video topic or whatever, the only way you'll see competition is if you believe that people are better than you. If you're putting other people on a pedestal, if you're not even allowing yourself to be your own standard for whatever it is, for worth, for deservingness, or just love in general. If you don't see yourself as the prize, as number one, as the center of your own life, that's the only reason you can feel threatened by other people, because you need to decentralize other people and put yourself first. And when you do that and you genuinely feel and accept it, then there's not going to be a doubt in your mind that, yeah, they want me. It should just be that confidence. Like, of course they want me. Why would they want anybody else? And if they do, that person is not even going to be a factor, because they're going to want to stop talking to them to be with me type of vibe. So whether that's in romantic situations or even in friendships, whatever it is, like, you don't need to be jealous, because everybody brings different things to the table. But people like you for you. So when you like you for you, then you're going to let go of this idea of wanting to compare and contrast other people's qualities. Like, you shouldn't have to feel like it's a competition between people that you care about. A lot of times people aren't even thinking of it like that, but you're spending most of your time thinking like that. So I think that's all I have to say about that. It's really just a matter of feeling chosen. And like I said, in order to feel chosen, you have to choose you first, and everything else will fall into place. And I realized I wasn't choosing myself, and that's not a good way to carry yourself, because that in itself can make you look less attractive when you don't see your own worth, and when you're not choosing yourself and you feel like you're not good enough to choose yourself. Like, nobody else can make you feel that. It's just a confidence that you kind of have to practice, and then it'll start feeling normal to you. So just keep putting your attention on the good things about yourself, appreciating yourself, loving on yourself, and I guarantee you'll feel better, if not instantly. Over a little period of time, it'll start to normalize, and that'll be your natural thought process about yourself. So this is where I'm going to end the video, because I got to go film the tour. Well, take the tour and film it, and then that's going to be in my St. Martin trip vlog. So you guys will probably see that after this.